Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of Investing and Trading Live. As always, my name is Josh Lillquist. Today is the 19th of October, Thursday to be exact, right around 9:20 Central Time. Market's been open almost 1 hour, about 50 minutes to be exact. And what we're seeing here today is the continuation of weakness into the market, although Netflix has a pretty darn good day. I believe that was after market close with their earnings on Wednesday. We will look at that in a little bit, but as the market has opened up, it gapped up ever so slightly, and we have been seeing weakness right out of the market. So that's what we're going to cover here today. We'll do a quick market update with the major market indexes. We will look at Netflix with their earnings. We'll call it a beat, just because that market just soared out of that. We'll look at Target. I believe that was a little bit down here today, down around $10 again. So as we know, there is risk in trading and investing. You will lose money at one point in your life. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only, mainly mine, but hopefully you find it entertaining as well. Basically, do your own decisions. Well, actually, one more thing we'll talk about today is the currency market and that Aussie dollar short we were talking about, with that bearish bias. That being said, S&P 500 currently at 430.21, which is exactly even on the day. It gapped up and is showing some pretty strong weakness. I don't know if that's an oxymoron or not, but markets have dropped right out of the open. So, that weakness is continuing as it goes down. We've got a lot of people talking about this market going down. I'm currently no bias here. I'm just doing what the chart's telling me and just trying to make some money. So there we go. That's your S&P 500. Dow Jones Industrial Average, 335.87. This one actually opened right at the close of yesterday, which was right around the 336.70 area. So right now, currently 335.91, down about 72 cents on the day, which is about 0.21% on the day. NASDAQ, which is your QQQ. This one also gapped up, just like the S&Ps. And quite frankly, just as of late, the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 have kind of been following suit. If they gap up, they've been doing the same thing. They gap down, they've been doing the same thing. But we're still showing that same thing, gapping up, and a little bit of weakness coming out of the open. 363.70 as we speak right now, up actually 37 cents on the day. IWM, that's your biggest loser as of right now. And this one has not been following suit with the other major indexes. It's been doing what it wants to do. It's totally different here. Yesterday, gapping up, but showing major weakness out of the open. Straight down, the high of the day looks like right at the open. Today, gapping down, actually, and a little bit weaker out of the open. So this one's showing a little more weakness, down about 0.4% on the day, which is the biggest loser of the major markets. Let's go into our gold and silver. Actually, before we do that, let's look at USO, down 0.36% on the day. So this one yesterday gapped up. So it's been showing some strength here in the month of October, and actually since about the 5th. Currently at 79.55, but coming into a pivot high. I think this will continue to go up here with the tensions, but we talked about that yesterday. Volatility is continuing to increase. The volatility index, even though it gapped up, it's weaker out of the open. So we will see, once we get past this $21 mark, we will see what this volatility index does, is the VIX, the fear gauge. If that continues to go up, we'll probably show some pretty good opportunities with the options market. Gold and silver. Gold spot price currently at $1,951.01, which is up about $3 on the day. Continuing out of that demand zone that we talked about a few weeks ago on the Discord. Silver currently at $22.73 per coin, or I should say per ounce. This one is looking about the same type of chart as gold. The digital gold, for those of you that don't know, we're talking about Bitcoin here. Bitcoin currently at $28,560 even, up on the day, ever so slightly. It's kind of in an indecision area because because of that Grayscale, or not Grayscale, was it the Grayscale ETF that was supposedly approved, was not approved after that spike up to over $30,000. I believe that was on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday. HNT probably at 145. It's actually up a little bit, 1.46. That's your helium token. All right, let's get into our stocks. One of the first ones I want to look at, obviously, is one of the Magnificent Seven. Is going to be Netflix. Currently up 16.42%. 16.42% on the day. Currently at $403, so it's topped the $400 mark after yesterday's close of $346 or so. So this one had earnings yesterday, and let's just look at it. So earnings was a surprise of 24 cents, was about $6.93%, and their revenue was up with a surprise. Oh, Wall Street Journal just reported Sidney Powell accepted a plea deal in the Trump case. Whatever that does with the market, we'll check that out. So 3.38 million, which was actually 0.04%, a surprise up on the revenue. Let's see if there's any talk about it. So Netflix up over 15% on pace for largest percent increase since January of 2021. That was 3 minutes ago from Dow Jones Newswires. Stanley Morgan, surprise, upgrades Netflix to overweight from equal weight, rises price target to $4.75 from $4.30. Okay, so basically, after price moves, then these financial firms, we'll call it Morgan Stanley, make their upgrades. And what the unfortunate piece of that is the public is going out there and basing decisions off of this after the news and after the move has happened. So you're late to the party. Truist Securities upgrades Netflix to buy from hold, raise price targets to $4.65 from $4.30. Okay, well, there you go. What the funny thing is Netflix had a nice demand zone on a 4-hour chart that we had identified a while back. Right up to it, did not get to that demand zone. It was probably about $4 or so away from that demand zone. It just shows that demand zone probably has a lot of buyers in there. So Netflix currently at 402.97 as we speak, as it's moving. Let's go back to our other stocks. Nvidia up 1.4%, Skills up 1.97%. Tesla is down 8%. That's interesting. Currently at $223 per share. Big drop down. They had earnings that did not go so hot. They had a surprise down 9.48% and revenue down 3.46%. So Tesla struggling after earnings. Let's see what the talk of the town is there. Let's see what the smart people downgraded them or whatever they did. Wall Street Magnificent Seven face moment of truth as earnings season arrives. That says Reuters. EV stock hits fresh low as Target shares suffers biggest two-day sell-off this year. Wedbush cuts price targets on Tesla to $310 from $350. Keeps outperform rating. Okay, late to the party. I like that though. The markets are basically an exchange of money from the people that don't know what they're doing to the people that do. Once you understand how the market works and how the institutions are moving the markets, because the institutions control, depending on the time, but anywhere from 80 to 90% of the activity in the financial markets. The key is to find out what they're doing and do what they do. That is the tough part. Once you have a strategy that's designed to do that, that's when things change for you. So that's your Tesla. Any major notables here? Alibaba's down 2%. American Airlines up 40 cents on the day, so continuing to hold that $9.30 strike that we talked about. I do like this one. Boy. Target currently at 110.43, still much higher than that original strike, although we talked about taking that 90% of the premium back. I believe that was on Monday or Tuesday. I think it was Monday. Closed that one out. So for those of you that are still in that, most likely we'll get an expiration on Friday, collect your premium, and walk away from it. AMC continuing to show some strength. AMD up 2%. As we mentioned, Netflix. And that rounds out your stock market update of the day. As I mentioned in the title in the beginning, we're going to look at our Aussie dollar short. Currently about 100 pips on that with that bearish bias. Euro dollar still bearish, not up to our entry point. Pound dollar, we're getting very close. No. Oh, we just missed that trade. Gosh darn it. We did not get into that one. We had that opportunity and we had... Okay, darn it, that did not work out. So we're still waiting for that trade. And this one actually... Shoot. That's too bad. Very interesting. Got within like a pip or two of our entry point. Oh well. Aussie yen currently with our bullish bias, and it's got a ways to our entry point. So that is your currency update. I want to look at the dollar before we close out the show, and the 10-year yield. 10-year yield is still at 4.94, rising, continuing to get higher. United States dollar, DXY, 106.35. I like this all the way up to 107.50. We will see if we get up there, but if that continues to get stronger, you will most likely see the, well, other than maybe gold and silver, but your commodities get weaker and your index or your major stock market get weaker. So that, my friends, is your market update of the day. We will do another one tomorrow. Make sure to stay tuned for that. As always, collect your profits when they're shown to you. Protect your losses, keeping them small. Until next time, retire young, my friends.